for a long time I was mad at him because I'm like, bro, you left me with all the responsibility and you try to come around like, you know, and but you know, we had a conversation recently and he said, son, I'm just a man. I'm just trying to get better every day. I can't try to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be a better me every day. And I live by that. So.
So, Roy Woods.
What's up, man?
Welcome to the Gents Talk Pod, brother.
Thank you guys, man. Appreciate it.
No,
Thank you for having me.
No, this is cool. We're excited to talk to you.
Yeah,
you got a lot of cool stuff coming up.
I do, man.
You're going on tour soon.
Yep. Less than 7 days now.
7 days now. We're filming this in, what day is it today? October
24th.
24th,
yes. But that's awesome, man. So why don't we just jump right into it here? Let's take a step backwards.
Okay.
Everyone knows you as Roy Woods, the rapper.
Yeah.
But who's Roy Woods, the person?
I mean, Roy Woods, the person is a. I feel like he's like a person who lives like two lives, you know. In my life, I feel like, you know, especially having a daughter now, like I'm Clark Kent by day.
Oh, you have a daughter.
Yes, thank you. So that's also changed me, you know. I used to be a very wild boy. People know me. People know me to be a very wild boy. But, you know, now the person that I am, I'm very reserved, quiet, to myself, very family orientated, which I've always have been. But now that I'm like a little older now, I have my daughter now, and responsibilities have hit. Right now, I just like, that's all I worry about. And yeah, like, you know, obviously, like, I love to have fun and stuff, but I don't really care for the outside noise, you know? I've never been a person that cares about the outside noise. I live in my own world. I don't follow no hype. I just kind of, I'm in my world and I stay in it, and I let people in it when I make music. Yeah. You know? That's really it.
So you went to high school in Brampton, you were saying before we started recording.
Yeah.
And then you talked about how you switched schools.
Yeah.
But the switching of the schools was the best decision you made.
Yeah, man, it was great. Yeah, because at that time, my first school, Turner Fenton, great high school, but all the kids were leaving.
Great school, but all the kids were leaving.
Yeah, all the kids were leaving, you know? And I was a part of that group. I'm like, oh, do I want to be here knowing what's going to look like next year?
Yeah.
So I went to the school. I said, you know what, I'm just going to transfer from last year. And they still had football. I was hoping to play football, but, you know, I couldn't play. They had some rules. So, you know, I stuck it out, you know, for the last year. I was going to do grade 13, but I ended up getting signed, right? Nice. But that's where the music was taking off. Oddly enough, in a Catholic school, it was I had way more attention towards the music, towards even building hype. You know, there was just so much more, even competition. It was really like I felt it there. It was, I guess, because it was more predominantly black school. And then my first high school was like a mix, like real melting pot. But St. Augustine, my second school, there was predominantly black, Asians. There wasn't a lot of white kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I mean, there was, but it was looking like a school. It was like in Atlanta or something, you know. And I loved it. I'm like, yo, this is lit. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it really helped me tap in more to catering to people. Making songs, dropping on my SoundCloud, YouTube, coming to school the next day, getting reactions from people on some like, yo, I really like that, or like, yo, like that wasn't it, and you would feel it. You would feel it. It's either they like it or they don't. There's no sugarcoating it. So, you know, it really helped mold me into like, okay, I gotta cater to, I guess, my fans now. I mean, they weren't really even fans. I'm building that, but I have to kind of cater to them now. So I'm rap. They know me as rapping, but then now I started singing. They're like, ooh. So it was, it was fun, man. It was fun. Like I had a whole like rap beef with my boy, one time.
Was it real or was it manufactured for?
No. It was, you know what? We were boys too, but we were just like, we didn't really know each other like that. We just knew of each other as rappers in the city. Went to different schools and stuff. But then they came to a point where like he said this one thing, and we all respected each other too. But he said this one thing in our song. I was like, bro, no. So I responded, started a whole thing. One of his boys went to my school, and that was a whole thing, bro. It was crazy, man. It was a good time though. We look back, we talk about it and stuff, and it could have got serious, but yeah, we look back, we were just kids, man. It was
so
fun.
you're boys with him now?
Yeah. He's great, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's great, man.
You mentioned getting signed.
Yeah.
I always want to know, if we were a fly on the wall when you found out that you were getting signed, what would we have seen?
If I was a fly on the wall.
If we were a fly on the wall.
If you all were fly on the
yeah,
wall.
and the moment you got, what was it, a phone call, a text?
Yeah. Well, my first phone call I got was when I got signed to my management in high school.
Okay.
I was in class. I was in like religion class or something. And we was just messing around, and then I got the call, and that was hype.
Yeah.
You know, getting signed to management. And then after that, a year later, it was assigned to OVO.
So when you got the OVO call,
yeah.
What would we have seen if we were there?
Man. I remember this exact moment where I was dang. you would have seen me just honestly in a way you probably never would have thought. Cause I was sleeping on couches at the time. So I was bummy, broke. I was just smoking weed, popping this and that. I was a mess, bro. So when I got that call, or that it was really a text, it was like Oliver hitting me up saying he wanted to make to link up and send him music and stuff like that. When I got that text, we were just like, I was like, bro, this is Oliver, bro. Are you serious right now? This is months before we got signed. But it was knowing that this is where I already knew from I got that, yeah, it's OVO, you know? And then linking up with Oliver and everything, it led into obviously me signing. But from that moment, when I got that DM, I'm like, oh, no, this is it. There isn't anywhere else I really would want to go.
Right.
So the fact that it just came to my doorstep, it was like, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know, but I was in a dark place, dog.
Where were you?
I was on Dover Court and Bloor.
Okay.
I was living over there, and one of my homies, they had a unit in the building, and I was at his spot. We was chilling. They was playing video games with bro, and I think I was just hitting poppers or smoking blunts or something. It was just a regular day, dog. And then, yeah, the DM pops up on my phone. I'm just there, like on the couch. I'm just like, hey, bro, wait,
am I saying this right?
This is Oliver, like Oliver, right? And everybody's like, yeah, bro. So yeah, you know, it was a very just a trippy moment, but looking back, like I was a completely different person.
Did you scream? Like, was it like a contestant on like you know the prices, right? Like, you know, or was it just like
I think I did
disbelief?
that on my ones.
Yeah? After you like went home, you just like, oh, I got this.
Yeah. It was more like we were all amped, like, oh yeah, we did that, like, oh, you know. But yeah, I think I was honestly at that moment, those times in my life was such a blur because I was so off it, bro.
Well, walk us through that. You said you were in a dark place.
Yeah. I was off a lot of drugs, dog. I ran away from home, and
at what age?
I was 18. I just turned 18.
Okay. Why'd you run away?
It was premeditated between me and my sister because my mom, she was going through a lot where it was affecting us, and she wasn't realizing that she's the problem, and she wouldn't even want to hear it. And, you know, and this Caribbean parents, you already know what it is, right? But
can't talk back to them.
Exactly, right? There's foreign parents in general.
Yeah.
But it was beyond that. It wasn't beyond a talking back. We're talking about respect now. We're talking about you telling us, okay, for instance, it would be situations where, like, you know, my mom would see things, hear things going on, and try to convince us. Even though we knew, we would try to direct her, be like, no, mom, it's not like that. But to the point she get very argumentative. So we realized years later, because she just came out the psych ward, she had schizophrenia, but nobody knew, right? So she's going through all these things, and we're just thinking, oh, mom's just a little crazy, it's all good, but not knowing, like, no, she's really losing her shit right now. So it came to a point where it was just like, we just couldn't keep putting up with the lies anymore, or us having to lie to her in order just to be sane in the house, you know, just to have a good time in the house. Like, it's like we have to put up this whole front so you can, you know, enjoy whatever world you live in, so we could have our own peace, because your life is just disrupting us every way possible right now. So my sister ended up leaving too. Yeah. You know, we love our mom. We were just all together yesterday. I was just building up her dresser and stuff and filling her bed and stuff like that, like with the family and stuff. So my sister came, she was helping out. So we're good now. But the work I had to put in from that age, it was crazy. Like I had to leave because I knew if I stay here, it's not gonna help. Everybody just depends on me more. You guys got to feel the pain now while I'm gone, and that's what happened. Ooh, I see I'm rubbing on. But yeah, that's what happened. I just had to separate myself.
Yeah.
Do and fight for myself, right? Because I knew what I wanted for myself. My mom wanted me to go to college, uni, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I still do, but I'm like, yo, I got something right now.
Sure.
You know, and she did believe in me, but she didn't believe in me the way that I wanted her to. Yeah. In a sense, it was more because she wasn't even there to. You know, I can't even be mad looking back. Like all the things I was mad about, I more feel sorry for her. Like I feel sorry I was even mad.
Well, do you regret the way you handled the situation, knowing now what the situation really was? At the time, you didn't know. But now when you look back, do you go, I wish I put in more, I wish I tried one more time or a little harder?
Not at all, because I couldn't. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't. I did everything that I could, right? You can't force anybody, you can't force a horse to go and drink water when it's not hungry and doesn't want to drink, it's not thirsty. And that was the situation. I was doing it over and over and over and over again. There's only so much you can do. My little sister too. So it came to a point where I had to leave. I told my little sister, I'm like, listen, I gotta go. Like I gotta chase a dream right now. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know where I'm gonna, you know. And then it left her with the burden, and it became a lot for her. And she was a year younger than me, but almost 2. So she grew up a little, not slower, but she's more. It took a little bit longer for her to get mature. Right. But when she did, she oh my God, she held everything down. Right. Like I could just honestly do drugs, do everything I want, and she was taking care of all the burden. And it came to a conversation. You know, it was like, yo, like I'm dealing with everything over here. Like I need your help because she's mad at me for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she thinks everything that we're going through is your fault right now, and I'm trying to go to school. It was a lot, bro. It was a lot. So but I don't regret it because we're so happy now, dog. Like the things that we've been able to come through, like I can speak about my story to other parents and it inspires them. You know, and it allows them to let them know, like, you know, because a lot of people who've been through my situation, they lose that member of their family. You know, like whether it's suicide or whatever it may be. So I have those conversations whenever I go speak on like a panel or whatever it may be, and it inspires these people. The mothers and sisters of those family members come and they speak to me about their stories, and it lets me know that, yo, like I wasn't alone, even though I felt like I was, you know. And this is a reason I'm here, so I can help other people who feel like they're alone as well know that you're not. Doesn't matter what level of status somebody may have. We're all going through similar things, possibly even the same thing. You just never know, right?
How many years did you, I guess, after leaving, were you not with talking to your mom? Then how long? Like, how did you go back to get to where you guys are now? Like, is there anything specific you did, or like, did she reach out to you? Because you obviously wouldn't have talked at all for a little bit, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I kept my distance a lot over the years. We used to not like it was like very on and off. It wasn't until she went in the psych ward. And before she even did that, she just ran away or something. She went missing. We ended up calling police. It was serious. Me and my sister, we never fight. We were bickering, yelling at each other because we were just like, you messed up, da. It was just a mess. And at the time, my daughter was in her mom's belly still. She was like maybe like 6-8 months. So I'm worried about that. And then my mom went missing. It was wild until she did that, and then we found she took herself to the hospital, but she didn't even know. That's how gone she was. Wow. That's when we felt safe again. It was like that was the only reason that we got her back, because we took her to CAMH. And this is what messed me up. Like, you can't force somebody to go into CAMH. They have certain reasons. It's either self-harm, harm to themselves, or it's harm to somebody else, or there's another reason. It has to be wild. But in these cases, when you have somebody who's halfway there and halfway not, and is still disrupting life, it's hard to get somebody help when visibly they look fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's the thing with mental illnesses.
Exactly.
It's not like a physical injury. You sometimes can't tell.
And you can just story it up all you want, but, you know, when we brought my mom to CAMH before this even happened, like a week before this happened, she passed everything. She was fine. So then we're like, what do we do now? We don't even know what to do. Like, we went to the last place where we think we can get help, And we're looking at the rules in America. I mean, it was like, and it's kind of twisted, but you can just force somebody to get in there. And obviously people do it for the wrong reasons. And that's where I feel like, okay, I understand what's going on, but it's like, but I need help now. Yeah. So who am I supposed to go to? Because you guys are the people I'm supposed to go to. So it left us in a bubble. We didn't know what to do. We kind of just put her back there. She destroyed her whole apartment. Everything was broken. Like, we built tiles. I tiled her floor when I was like 12 with like her ex-boyfriend. He taught me how to tile floors. We did her like kitchen, the walls in the kitchen, the floors, the bathroom. I don't even know what, a hammer or something. She just destroyed everything. When we got in the house, it was ransacked. She was speaking gibberish. It was the saddest moment I've ever seen my mom in. When I walked in the house, we had no choice but to take her to CAMH. And then we take her there and they say that she's fine. So what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of system is this right now?
Yeah.
Like, we have so much people who are just meant or known to cover it up because we just fight through shit. We don't deal with anything. So now that things are seeping out, right? And other people are seeing it, in our heads we don't even know it, right? Like, my sister used to tell me, yo, I want you to slow down. You're reminding me of mom a lot because you're going way too fast. You're worrying about the wrong things. I was driving myself crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just from dealing with everything. I'm so much like my mom, where I'll let people abuse me. I'll let people walk over me and then act it out later on and not realize what I'm doing to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to get out of that early, even myself, because I started feeling like, yo, I might be along the same path. So it wasn't until my mom, like, you know, did it herself, took herself into the hospital, and they put her in a psych ward where she actually got help. I didn't know what we were going to do. I was sitting down in my crib like, yo, what are we going to do? Talking to my sister, talking to my baby mother, like, yo, like, what's going, like, what are we supposed to do? We were all so lost. So until, you know, she did that, I don't know what led her there, but, she went there, and that's what honestly saved us.
Wow.
Yeah, dog.
That must have been a really hard time to just... I mean, thank you for sharing that. That must have been a really hard time to even...
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine walking into that house, seeing what you saw, and then still being in the frame of mind to go, okay, I can't necessarily react to this. I need to think about a solution. My
brain goes there first all the time. Yeah. That's been like that from when I was a kid because I had to take care of my mom.
So those moments, though, obviously leave an impression on you.
Oh, for sure.
Have you reconciled all of that now that things have, by the sounds of it, calmed down a little bit?
Yeah, like we talk about it all the time. My mom spoke to me about her time. She's been opening up about her time in the psych ward and how it was for her. Broke my heart, dog. Just to know that's how she felt. Because my mom's damn near like my kid. Like, I've been taking care of her. Even though she's in her 60s, early 60s. She don't even look it. But that's like I take care of her.
Yeah.
You know, my dad told me, listen, make sure you take care of your mom. Cause I'm not here to. And I had that from when I was 8. Little sister too. Then myself. You know? The only reason I'm even here talking to you guys right now is because I said, Mom, I'm going to take care of you. Yeah. It was football at that time. Now it's music. And I made that promise too. And I took care of her mom too. You know, like this is who I've been since I was a kid. My mom has been my world, you know? So seeing that, it was, you just want to fall and just break down and, you know, not get up. But then, like, you have to be strong.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew this can drive someone to not even know what they're saying. This is not speaking in tongues. No, it was completely different. It was completely different state I never understood, bro. We all didn't understand it, you know? So, but we talk about it, dog. We talk about it a lot, you know, about how she feels, about the things that she doesn't remember, how she used to be as a mom. And this, the mom that I have right now, this is the mom I remember, you know? And I'm so thankful for that, because the mom that I had during my adolescent teenager, that was a person I don't know. Right, and that's where all the problems came. So we talk about all those things, you know. Me and her do. My little sister and her, they talk about it all the time. And because if we don't, we're not gonna heal, you know.
Yeah.
So we're always talking.
Can't
man.
bury
always
it. Have to talk through it.
Exactly. Yeah. Always, man. Always.
So now you mentioned a lesson there, or something your dad said to you. What's the relationship there with your dad?
Good, man. Good. You know, my dad always says he's just a big kid. But he, like, I'm a very understanding kid. Like, I understand why my parents are the way they are. You know, my dad never had anything growing up like that. Like, he don't even talk to his own family like that. You know, he had like his mom was good to him. His one sister was good to him, but he got a couple brothers, couple sisters, and even within his own family, like, he was bullied. So he didn't have a lot of because I'm native from I'm South American native. Oh. So his dad is where he gets his native side from. So he has a different look than the rest of his brothers and sisters. So they used to bully him. He lighter skin, or, you know, it was just a lot. So he used to deal with that. Got in the streets at like 13 over in Guyana, not here. And then just was in the streets his whole life, dog. Not just like, you know, little small time shit. Like, he was, you know,
that was his life.
That was all he knew. You know, like, he was, man, the life my dad lived was crazy. And, you know, for a long time I was mad at him because I'm like, bro, you left me with all the responsibility and you try to come around, like, you know, and but, you know, we had a conversation recently and he said, son, I'm just a man. I'm just trying to get better every day. I can't try to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be a better me every day. And I live by that. So when he said that, it blew my mind. It kind of just said, every question you had for this nigga, throw it out the window. You know what I'm saying? Because he summed it all up in one. And I didn't even answer the question. My mom asked the question. But he was just giving it to us that day. Like, just all this truth, all these mysterious questions I had about my dad. Like, he was just answering them to me. And, you know, I knew what I knew, but then I really got to know the man he is, you know. And I just had to respect it. As another man, like, I just had to respect it because I know where you come from, bro. And one thing I do know, like, he's a father. He has all his kids in his life, and he tries to make sure that he's always around his kids in his life. And he stands on his ground. He's hard working, one of the hardest working men I ever know. That's why I can never be lazy. My parents worked their ass off, you know, and as they're cancers, they're family orientated. So they're always doing, even though they're not together, you know, they always try to make sure that they can do, whether it's individually or together, what they can for their kids and their family, dog. So I just have to respect him, you know, as a man, you know, even for, you know, what he has done, because it was not easy. And he knows that too. But I just have to respect him. I have to,
I feel like sometimes, and we've talked about this before, where we forget sometimes that our parents are going through life for the first time, just like we are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, and it's crazy to think, sometimes to think about it, it's like, wait, my dad was 24 and this would have been going on. That makes sense. Like, you know, it's like he was a child.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like,
of course.
Yeah, it's like, or he was 28 when this happened. It's like, okay, I remember how, like, you know, so it's weird because they, like, become human beings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
They almost stop becoming the heroes, the superheroes you thought they were, and you start seeing them as humans, and it comes with this, like, understanding that, you know, they've failed at things in life. They had dreams and ambitions just like you do, and it offers a little more, it offers more space for sympathy and empathy with them.
Most
like, they tried their best with what they could.
Exactly.
Life might not have been fair for them, but they tried.
Especially as, like, you know, first immigrant.
Yeah.
Canadians, like, that's not easy too. No. So, like,
picking up your family, leaving, coming over, being like, all right, this is for you guys.
Yeah, bro. Like, I know my mom feels bad because she's the only sister here out of 9. Right. Yeah. So she's like, damn, I feel like she feels like she left her family back home to get a better life, and a lot of things went in turmoil during the process. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just trying to get her life back for her, you know, trying to make it better for her, because she had a whole lifestyle before I came around, and she lost a lot, and she was a millionaire back in Guyana currency. So she was up. She had her own clothing business, everything, you know, handed it to one of her sisters. It just went down from there, and then it's just been a pickup game since. So that's why I'm thankful I could even do this. I help her out, you know. Yeah, any way I can, you know, just make her feel good, make her see her with a smile on her face, bro.
Absolutely,
bro. That's
worth everything.
Just like my daughters. It's just the price is priceless. It's I would do anything just to see those smiles, man. There's no price on fatherhood. The best thing ever, bro. Yeah, the best thing ever, man. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world, bro. When you know the kind of father you are, and you see it, you know, but the time that you put in, the love that you put in for your kids, there is no greater feeling. You know, when that love is the reward, you know. I don't need money. I don't need none of that from my kid. That love that I get is the best reward in the world, dog. You know, I'm always trying to spend as much time with my kid as I can, and I do. Even though like I'm always busy, I'm never too busy for my kid. You know, so it's whether it's FaceTimes, and I don't even like the FaceTimes. I want the in-person interaction. You know, I bring her to mine all the time. Like as soon as I'm back in the city, where's my daughter? picking her up from daycare. You know what I'm saying? We rocking. Yeah, that's my little twin too. Like she just like me, so I gotta I gotta get it right because her mama can't keep her on the leash like I know I can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know. You know, even that. Like I realized the role of a father. The other day I had to. The other day she hit my dog, and realized like, hey, don't do that. Her mom came to pick her up. She's like, hey, don't do that. Say sorry to the dog. She didn't want to say sorry, so I was like, so then I came through. Hey, what are you doing?
You put on the deeper voice.
Your mother. You know, fun that comes to us serious, and then she playing with me too. So I was like, yo, this ain't serious. So I'm just there sitting. I'm sitting. Let me see what her mom gonna do. Her mom's trying, man, just trying. She's trying, and I know her mom. She trying. I know how her mom could be. So I was like, damn, you can't even get through it right now. So we like, you know what? You're not gonna go home with mommy. That's what she said. You're not gonna come home with mommy. You're gonna stay right here. And that got her, but it didn't get her fully. So I'm like, yep, you know what? You're going away from mom. We're going upstairs. So I put her in the crib. I'm sorry. What?
What were those?
What? You saying it? Come say it to the dog. 3 times I had to go up and down the stairs because she playing. As soon as I bring her down, she ain't trying to say nothing. But that last time, she gave the dog a little pet. I was like, I'll take that. Yeah. But I was like, that showed me the power of like what a father really is, because sometimes the moms can't get through to the child just based on the mom being a mom. I do not understand the science and the psychology of that, but there's something about it. When the dad comes in, it's game time. Game time's over. You know, I'm not playing with daddy. I'm not trying to go cross that line. He's always fun. Yeah. I always get mama serious. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to see daddy good. So when I realized that, and I was like, oh, this dad thing is a real thing, bro. Like, I now see the power of a father, not just a dad being around here, you know, a father being there to correct, pick her up when she needs to pee, when she feels down or whatever. I'm there all the time, and I see the power, I see the effects of that, and it just blew my mind. Like, I had to tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, I can't believe this is what it means to be a dad. Like, this is the power of a dad. Like, this is the power of a father. This is why being with somebody, like, hand in hand, or having a good relationship with your partner is so important. Because when that one person doesn't have that control, even for a father, you need that. When the father's being too tough, you need that motherly love, and vice versa. So yeah, man, I'm thankful that I'm even cordial with my baby moms, because we've known each other for like 10 years. So we're cool. Our families know each other. It's all cool. Because if I had another situation, I'd be like, damn, I'd be hard. Yo, dog, stressing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Is there something you learned from your relationship or from the experiences with your mom and your dad that you now want to share or translate over to your daughter?
Oh my God, everything I learned, man. Oh my God, my mom taught me a lot, man. My parents taught me a lot that I live by. And being the rebellious kid I used to be, I always try to steer away from it. Like, oh, they don't know what you're talking about. But now, as soon as I hit my 20s, I seen what the real world was like. And that's when I learned that all the things that I learned, my values, the things that my parents instilled in me, they were the best things ever, bro. Because I can't be moved, or I can't be taken away from what makes me me. Like, you're not gonna force me to do no dumb shit. I'm the guy who's been like, hey, no, we're not doing that. You know, let's do something that's actually smarter and more beneficial. Like, I've always been that guy. And I thank God that I am, because this world that we live in today, nobody cares. I care. You know, I'm not somebody who likes to lie and pretend or anything like that. What you see is what you get, you know? And I never fell into those. Like, obviously I'm a human, and I've obviously tried to fit in. But when I realized that actually I don't fit in, I didn't even care to anymore. And I'm thankful that, because I have people who follow me for that exact reason. They don't follow me to fit in. They follow me because I'm me. They love my music because I'm me. They listen to my words. They pay attention to my stories. They buy tickets to shows, watch me on the live, have their notifications on just for me, just so they can follow me, because I'm me. I'm not nobody else. And they know this too. And I love my fans so much for that. just because I've worked so hard to not be anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom taught me about the law of attraction at 12 years old. Everybody's learning about it now. They tell me about it at like 20 something. I'm like, bro, you guys are late, okay? Because I'm already on quantum physics over here. Catch up, right? Like literally, that's what my mom had me on at a young age. My dad threw me the 3 C's. Even because my dad, he would be around. We always had a great relationship, but my parents were never together like that. But when he did throw some gems on me, he dropped some gems, dog.
Yeah.
And
What
one
are
was
3 C's, sorry.
the 3 C's, cool, calm, and collective, man.
Cool.
Yeah, those were the 3 C's. Very simple. But then I learned, like, when I'm in certain situations, when I would use even one of them, I would see how it would affect that situation compared to if I was wilding out, which I have been in those situations where I'll wild out on somebody, but then the next situation I'd be chill, collective, and then I, maneuver a certain way in order to get out of that situation. Whatever. Bro, I see the effects, and it's beautiful. Like because I see it, and a lot of people even see it for themselves. Some people who even move like that, actually, they may not even know. That's why you're getting out of them situations that you're getting out of. You don't even attract those situations.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you maneuver in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You don't bring that energy towards you. You roll with a certain energy, and that's who you are. I've been learning about energies and the universe, different cultures, religion for a long time. These are things I'm going to instill my daughter. I am trying to instill my daughter from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's also a girl, like, she loves activity. She likes to even play fight, like, and I'm a fighter. So my dad got me in boxing young. Actually, all my sisters, except for my little one, she don't like fighting. But we all know how to bust some ass. So
it's a good place to let out some frustration.
Gots to. So I'm definitely. I told him I want to get into something.
Yeah.
With boxing, mixed martial art, whatever it may be, just to release that. Right. I don't know even why she's so mad, but
it's good to get them into something to release it, so learns the discipline, because there's nothing wrong with knowing how to punch somebody,
not
right?
at
And you
all.
should know how to punch somebody.
Gotta defend yourself,
but
right?
it's when
exactly,
and how to stay. It's like 3C, stay calm. But if you already have that aggression, so that's half the battle right there. And it's okay,
exactly.
just harness it, kind of, not just not just suppress it and be like, don't do that.
Right.
Just okay, we got this. You got this.
How could we mold this?
Especially now with like UFC, that's like, even that one, like, that's a natural talent. That's a talent. If you got this, that's what we can do with this. Like,
exactly.
You can even just use this to help, like, be better person, because it builds discipline.
Of course, dog. That's what football, martial arts, like boxing, that all taught me so much discipline that I'm like, yo, when I'm slipping in life now, I'm like, damn, man, I need to play some football again. Get on the gridiron, stop coaching these kids, and start playing again, man. Because that discipline you learn is such a great life lesson. So much values within that. That's why I love martial arts and the Asian culture. They're so huge on that, man. So huge on discipline and morals and just the way of life. Yeah. And not just like effing off in life. Like, there's a way to live, and they really believe in that. I love it, man.
Okay, so let's talk about discipline. You're in an industry that promotes undiscipline.
All right,
rewards,
that's
for the most part. Rewards, it incentivizes a lot of
yes.
It incentivizes a lot of different types of behavior.
Oh yeah,
not a lot of it disciplined. How do you balance staying disciplined? How do you balance being a father, a son, a brother, staying true to yourself in an industry that, like I said, incentivizes everything else?
I learned what makes me happy, right? And I stay around those things: my family, my daughter, my friends, my boys working, them grinding, getting them in better positions, even if they do it for themselves. Like, I don't even have to be a part of that process. I just want to see everybody win, and I love those things. I don't really care to be in the club. I don't care too much for girls anymore. I'm still like a lover boy, and I'm still a man at the same time. But I'm not like out here wilding. You're not gonna hear me in those conversations. No, I'm not in that mix up. No, you're not gonna catch me in that. I know what I love. I love nature. I love the things. I love football. I love cars. I love my daughter, my family, and I just keep myself around those things. And honestly, it can be childish as much as it sounds, but if those are the things that make you happy, bro, then keep doing those things. That's like, you can like build in Lego for all I care. If that's what makes you happy, bro, you want to go to the studio, and then when you're alone time, you building Lego and you got your own little city, dog. That makes you happy. That makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do those things, bro, because like we steer away from it. Like I always like paintballing and go karting, so I would do those things because I'm like, yo, I got the money now. I can get outside and find these places to even go and do that stuff. And I was doing that throughout my time. It kept me very humble because like I can still be a kid, you know, and I don't have to like worry about what they're doing over there and what that crew's doing, what these girls are doing. Like, I'm over here just being me, dog. Like, I'm living, I'm having fun, I'm chilling out. I'm not worried about that, you know? I just stick to what makes me happy.
You're doing all these things. It's like you're rewarding your younger self with the things you couldn't do when you were a kid.
I never had a childhood. I had to take care of my mom, you know? So I give that to myself now, even through my daughter. You know, I love doing things with her and playing and giving her experiences that I didn't get to have or I did want to have, you know, that more my parents didn't have the, you know, the funds at the time to have me, you know, go to certain places and have certain experiences as much as they tried. You know, my mom always tried, but, you know, single mom life, that's what it is. You can do what you got to do. You can do what you can do, you know? So I try to give her those experiences her mom does as much as possible. And I'm just trying to, you know, I'm what, 27? I'm not, you know.
You're a young man.
I'm still a young man. Yeah, exactly. Man. So I know how to have fun and still get work done. You know, that's what it's about.
Yeah, you really are, like, it shows obviously what discipline can, the benefits of discipline.
Oh yeah.
You coach.
Yes, I do.
How do you teach? Slightly.
Yes.
How do you teach them discipline? Like, how would you teach it like a kid discipline?
What age group do you teach?
Well, I was dealing with kids like 13, 14. Okay. Now these kids were leaving high school, just starting college. So they're way bigger. They're way more older. They really have to. For me, it's all about leading by example. And I like to make sure that when I'm on the road, I'm coaching you. I'm not really being your friend. I more need you to run these routes this way, do this, you'll get that. Don't do it, you'll get that. It's up to you. You make the choice. How bad do you want it? All right. If you want it bad, let's go and get it. And a lot of these kids, they wanted it, and you can see, and they put in the work. And I'm happy for that. But it's all about being on time, you know, being early, making sure that you respect yourself as well as your teammates. Putting in 110% in every play. You move in the right manner within the system, you're going to get what you want. Like, I've always believed in that. And it shows from the things you do outside. If you're not doing those things outside and you only do it on the field, you're only doing half the job. It's also outside the field.
It's a lifestyle.
Exactly, right? That's what you have to instill in these kids. Once you learn that this lifestyle here on the field also is outside the field, you try to implement it in a way that works for you, but it'll pick up, especially if at a young age, it'll pick up. And I just try my best to show that as I preach it, because I know monkey see, monkey do. You know, it doesn't matter if I say don't do it, you're gonna do it because you see me do it. So I try to lead by example as much as possible, and it shows. You know, these kids, they look up to. I mean, at first I'd be late a couple of practices ago, like I was going to the wrong buildings and stuff like that. But when I got down to it, I wasn't late. I'm there. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get to it. What are we doing? If I am not gonna show up, all right, I'll let you guys know. But I was, you know, as soon as I got in the system, it was easy for me to just lead by example. You know. Yeah.
I find saying as you're talking that. What about like the difference when you go like because my parents was very do as I say, not as I do.
As I do. Yeah, mine too.
So I feel like, and you're given that just follow me type lead.
Yeah.
Do you also like parent that way as well? Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I have to keep, you know, I have to still be a dad to my daughter, and I can tell my daughter not do something, but she gonna do it. She's me. Yeah. I know who she is. But if she sees me do something, she want to do it too. That's why I go with that approach with her, especially because I see that, you know, anything that I'm doing, if I'm gonna pick this up and drink it, she gonna do the same thing. That's my daughter. So I know, okay, I can't do certain things around you. I can't let you see certain things, or else, boom, you're gonna want to do that too. You're gonna think it's okay. You're gonna think it's acceptable. So the more I show you that this is not, or I am this person, or this is how we're gonna be doing things, or this is, then you can see it for yourself that it works. If I'm just telling you something on the thin air, and you're not seeing it for yourself, but I'm telling you this is right, you have a brain where you can say, how does this make sense? I don't see you. Why would I do it? Right? Oh, wait, you did that? Oh, you like that? But you want me to do that? Why? What's wrong with you? You know, like, I have to have that open relationship where my daughter's not like, oh, why would you trying to tell me to do something when you were just like that too? No, baby girl, I ain't perfect either. You know what I'm saying? But you have to kind of wean that. It is risky. Yeah. Right? It is, because I do know that. But I feel like once you wean it in with the right tools, the right people to help you guide her and me into the right places where she can learn, like, okay, like, I can watch my father, and he, even though he may have slipped, I know his heart, his character, and who he is, and he's not perfect, and he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow he's gonna make up for that. You know, that's what I have to at least try to instill in her, for herself as well, because we can never try to be perfect. We can be the best that we can every day, but we're gonna slip, we're gonna feel down, we're gonna go left when we're supposed to go right sometimes, you know, and we're just gonna happen. It's just life. Yeah. But as long as I feel like show her from young, she'll understand that more than any other kids will when they're like in their teenagers. Yeah.
So it's a lot of the admitting. Yeah, right? Because same thing as do as I say, it's like, well, that's just what it is. And if same thing, you talk, parents are never wrong, right? So I feel like for you to be like, yeah, you don't have to, I did this wrong though, but still do it this way. Yeah. Like, you know, showing that like I'm human, but like it's opposed to just, because when someone tells you just do it, you don't want to listen. Yeah. Right? Just, you know, just because like that, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, never.
Right?
Never.
It doesn't.
I have a brain, bro.
Like, you know, it's just like, that's why you have to, okay, well, I'm going to find out myself. You're not going to tell me, type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe when you're like a young kid, but as you grow older, it's like, well, why? Yeah. Like, don't ask why, just do it. It's like, well, no. No. Yeah,
no. Like, you? Like, no, I always used to hate that, you know, because I'm like, yo, I'm not stupid. Like, I think
I got a brain. I
have a brain that's pretty damn good. So you trying to tell me something, I'm thinking, you know. And I outthink people sometimes where I make them ask questions like, oh shit, I didn't think of that. Yeah. Because my brains were I'm thinking about it all, because I'm like, yo, for me it was like I seen the older generation do and not get so much, and I had to ask myself why. And then I had to, at least for me, learn that, oh, you guys live in fear. Oh, you guys are not living for yourself. You guys are living based on how they tell you to live. Oh, no wonder you guys are like this. You know, for me, I had to break that cycle. At least for me, I broke that cycle a lot for my mother. My mom grew up in a Jehovah's Witness home. And my mom stopped doing things. My mom's she's a super religious person, but when she's seen how certain people treated her in certain places, she said, I'm not gonna take myself there again. I'm removing myself from these people, because I'm seeing where how can I say this word, where the love and community really lies. And it's not from where I'm getting it over here. I'm not saying it's not, you're not gonna find it there, if you guys know what I mean. I'm trying to speak without speaking right now. Yep. Yeah. But the home is also over here. Yeah. Why are we ignoring that? Why are we not even starting with the home here and then bringing it there? Right? We're bringing this toxicity into these places expecting a different result, right? And it's based off of fears, right? So yeah,
What's your biggest fear?
I would say not being able to do something that I want to do. If I can't, like I've never really been scared of death. I've been around it too much to be like, I'm scared to die. Like, obviously I'm, you know, a grateful and appreciative life, but I've never been scared to let my soul pass on. So that's never been a big fear of me. Yeah, I would say failure is my biggest fear. Not being able to do what I want, which is provide. That's the only thing that really scares me.
And does your fear of failure motivate you, or does it handicap you?
I wouldn't say it handicaps me at all, no. Only because I learned about fear and what it really is, for me at least. And I control what emotions I let myself have. If I'm gonna let myself feel fearful, then I've given up. I've never been a quitter like that. So I've always just been a fighter. So yeah, I just look fear in the face and tell it to fuck off.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, yeah. I can't just give up and have my back against the wall and say that's it. Never.
So okay, I want to go back to the career for a moment here.
For sure.
You get signed.
Yeah.
Walk us through what happens next.
I get signed to meet Drake.
Okay.
But I actually got a text from him first. Just welcome me to the label. That felt surreal. Like, is this even his number? And then I met him at the Energy video shoot. You know, I'm 5'10", 5'11". He felt when I first met him, he felt like he was like 7 feet. Mm. You know, that's how big in my head he was. Yeah. Only because, like, bro, I've been listening to Drake since I was 12, 11. And middle school. Yeah, like grade 7, bro. So it was very trippy to even be here, because I was the kid. I'm cool with everybody, but I don't really hang out with everybody because I'm the weird kid. You know, I'm very weird. So but I get along with everybody. Didn't really get the girls because I was always too nice, and they like the bad man them. So I was always super lover boy. But look, and then it worked out for me.
Look how it worked out.
Exactly, right? So for me, it was always like, oh my God, this is where I'm at. Like, how out of everybody, because even the girl, I got bullied from girls in the first bully I had was a girl in kindergarten because she liked me. I didn't know. But I was always less a lovable person. So why am I getting bullied? I never want to give back out the energy. And I'm not like that. I'm still not like that. So for me, being that kind of person, this is not supposed to happen to me. I'm not supposed to be here. Nobody thought that this would ever happen to me. Ever. Even me. So, when I got there, it was just an unreal feeling. For years on the label, bro, being signed, everything was surreal. Nothing was real to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing at all. You know, I didn't see nobody as a real person. Everything is still, I'm still in La La Land.
This is all a dream.
Extremely, yeah. So it was, it was crazy just even trying to adjust, because I feel like I was so young, 19, when I got signed. I didn't know nothing, man. You know, I'm just a young kid from B-Town. Like, what am I doing here on this label? You know, why am I even here? Why do these guys? Those are all the things that went in my head. Like, why do they pick me? Why me? Why me? Why me? A million times, like, the doubt in my head. Like, why me? Why are you, bro? You're you. You're not even all that. Like, this is what's going through my head. Like, why?
Imposter syndrome.
Oh my God, because I never believed in myself to be here like this fast, bro. I thought I'd be here like 26. Yeah, I get signed by a label or something like that. Put in some years just from learning about how the industry previously was. Never knew that I would be one of those kids who get signed quick at this age, and you know what I'm saying? And then after Kodak, and I don't know how many NBA young boys, so many kids just started popping up after me, and I couldn't believe it, right? But I was one of those first kids that got signed at that time. I was like, yo, this is a big deal. Yeah. You know, this is not a little boy money. This is like, this is a real big deal. So yeah, it was just so mindful for me. I didn't know what I didn't see, I didn't hear nothing I was going through. I was just going through. I was just living. You know. Wow. Yeah, man.
What a time.
What a time to be alive, man.
So, as your creative process now, you put together music.
Yeah.
You walk us through what happens when you hit a wall. I'm always fascinated by this because I love to learn about how people overcome the imaginary wall that blocks creativity, blocks focus, blocks the ability to move forward. Yeah. What happens there?
So the wall to me is like a barrier that I always have to break down. Any wall. So when I run into this wall, I know, okay, I've been punching at this wall all day, kicking it down. I ain't getting nowhere. Maybe I need to back up a bit. Let me just reassess myself. Let me just slow it down. Let me just back up, leave the wall alone. And that's when I don't even like get into brainstorming mode. I just let myself live a little bit. I just don't think about the wall. Just maybe the next time I come, an idea will spark. Be like, hey, maybe you should bring this tool. Maybe you should holler at that guy. You know, he broke a couple walls before that were like this. And that's how my brain works. And then I'll go attack it again. and that wall most likely gets broken every single time. So I don't like to linger on the wall just being there. I like to not stress about it, get back to what makes me me, and just living life. Because stressing about music it's a road I don't like being on. It's a black hole that sometimes is hard to get out of when you're stressing about making even one song. So yeah, I back up right away, go back to living life, come back to it later with a new mindset, new tools, friends, whatever I need to. Yeah.
And what about the criticism from the online community?
The comment section. Do you pay attention to the comment section?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Like how much? Like.
Oh, I'm on there.
Okay.
I'm on there.
Do you respond?
Yeah.
Do you?
I respond. Yeah.
To negative comments as well?
I try not to.
Yeah.
I try not to. Yeah. I used to earlier in my career, but I try not to. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, why would you think that? And it's not even more negative. It's like, you just have the wrong thoughts. It's not the right thought process. It's really not like that. So I want to, even more times. Now it's really just explaining. Yeah. Like, no, it's really, but I just let it simmer. And
what about like the good ones? You're like, man, that's funny. Like, you know, it's just like, I'm mad, but all right,
that's a good one.
I'll laugh about it with the man, them, you know?
Yeah. But
you make some jokes about it.
You those ones?
Yeah. I think those ones. Or sometimes I'll just give some laughing emojis, man, you know, or just troll them a little bit, you know? But yeah, for the most part, I just leave it alone, make some jokes with the guys. Yeah, I don't make a big deal out of it. Because for the most part, a lot of those people, when they're dissing on negativity, it's for just a response.
Yeah. Or like, or they don't expect a response. Like they don't. So when you do respond, I'm just like, oh shit.
That's cap.
He's like, cut it. Like, you know,
that's cap. You knew you're gonna get a response sometimes.
Like depends.
Yeah. I feel like they know they gonna get a response. Cause I don't know why you would say it unless you know you want a motherfucker to say something. Unless you're just gonna say it to say it, but like
because it's like the someone's like he's gonna see this, he's gonna fucking say something, and
that's crazy. Yes,
I just don't understand why people want to break people down. Like you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah,
you're putting together a piece of you, and you're saying, "Here, this is me."
Yeah.
And then for someone to come in and be like, "That's shit." Like if you have a healthy criticism, that's one thing. It's like, hey, you know what?
For sure,
this album or this song. It wasn't as good as the last one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I know that's asking a lot of online trolls. But
there's no swear words in there.
No, exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's a well thought out criticism.
Right.
But when they do start just swearing and name calling and saying just stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you hoping for?
Like, what's the point of this right now?
Yeah, does this make you feel better? And if it makes you feel better, should you not be concerned about why something like this, putting someone else down, makes you feel better?
They don't care. This is where we live. This is where we live, and nobody cares.
Even if it's just so sad to see.
They're just saying things to say things.
Yeah, because it makes them feel good. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
And let me shit on him. Yeah. Just because.
Well, just because. Yeah. Either I can't do it, so I can't believe he can, or there's so many other reasons. I can't even think of them right now because I talk about this stuff and it's just like, yo, people. Some people are just naturally bullies. Some people are just naturally just going through something and just need to pick on something you did, somebody else liked and they didn't like it, and they just gotta pick on. Like, you never know. It's something that's mainly I feel internal. I don't feel like it was you. Mainly, I feel like if you're just an artist dishing out your art, and especially in today's era, like there's so much artists, you don't even need to say anything if you don't like that person. You can just move on.
What I think is that you should say something, whatever, get it off your chest, but don't put it on. Like if I have some shit to talk about you, there'll be a meme or something about you or somewhere I can talk shit. Like don't go on your page with something that you're going to see, because like why? Like it's like why put you down? It's like if you just want to say it in an open forum on like on SixBuzz or something, a comment comes up, then fight in those comments. That's okay.
But even then, I feel like we never even used to have comment sections. You would just talk to your friends about it. So why do you even need to comment that negativity in the first place?
The people commenting like this probably don't even have that many friends on social media, so nobody's gonna see it.
No,
why not just have the conversation with your friends?
And some people just want to feel important at the same time. You know, creating those little moments on comment sections, like that helps people feel important. So like a lot of people, they don't. This is a lonely world we live in. As much as we're together online, we're alone in the real world. So
sometimes it gets to the point it's not even. For example, for you to see, it's like I can see this, and then someone else can hate with me in the comments. And so it's like you're really saying this for other people in the comments, so someone can hop on. So it's like, oh, my comment got 16, like now it's like my comment got a bunch of likes. My comment got a bunch of responses. That is almost as, because it's true. Sometimes I'll put out like a random comment and I'll be boys like, yo, this got like 150 likes on this, like a random comment, and it's, so I get that, but like I don't put that into a negative way, but it works the same way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I see it, like when I go on, like, because I love looking. The comment section be hilarious.
Yes.
So I be going in the comment section. I'm always looking because I know the negative comments gonna have the most likes, and there's gonna be some funny ass shit.
It's gonna be funny, but like it's weird though. Like it's like you're rewarded for the negativity because you're going to get more response. You're gonna get more likes, or even people hating. You're gonna get more interactions, regardless if it's likes or just people being, you're stupid, you shouldn't say that.
People just so easy, man.
Yeah, you can go like people will randomly go on, let's say, a vegan page and be like, the burger tastes good, just to
I
piss
know,
people,
right?
Like,
Like, come on,
just
man.
to piss people off.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
But you get rewarded for that, so you still get that dopamine now, and you can go back. It's like, oh, you know, so it's still that reward that you're getting.
I think that's the key word you just said, dopamine. It's that hit of dopamine every time that makes everybody just keep going, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Never been more addicted to anything. This is worse than nicotine, man. This is
like when you close your phone and you see a notification pop, you're like, ding, like it's like your phone has to go off.
Yeah.
And then it's
off, turned over,
and then it's notification. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm done. But if you're closing your phone and a notification, you have to open it back up again.
I hate that about myself so bad, man.
Do you put your phone away at all?
I have to sometimes, because I'm always on my phone. Sometimes I'm walking around the house with my phone just in my hand, bro. Like I'm bad now because I'm so bored sometimes. It's just like, I gotta wait, kill time. What am I gonna do? Like,
do you ever go to the bathroom these days without your phone?
Never.
Well,
now I do sometimes because I realize I always have my phone. So I'm like, why am I going to the bathroom with my phone all the time? Like I'm just chilling. Now the bathroom is the man cave.
It's a place to get away from everything.
It is. It's like when your parents, and it's like, usually the dad takes like a long washroom break. Yeah. You know, and he's like, why is he shitting for 45 minutes? Like you think about it now, as you get older, he's there relaxing. Just
chilling, bro.
It's the only time you get away from the world sometimes, right?
No one's bothering him.
Nothing. And then these days, it's like, there's no phone, nothing's okay. This is just my time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That, man.
I purposely try to not take my phone into the bathroom. Just for that reason. I'm just like, all right, for whatever time I'm in here, maybe I'm going to detox from this phone for a little bit.
I need to. I've been doing it sometimes, but I'm bad, man. I'm bad. I'll remind myself that 1-2 day, and then 3rd, 4th day, I'm right back on my phone.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, especially if you work on your phone.
That's the hardest.
Right?
Part.
Like, you obviously have a social presence, so you got to maintain that, and you got to do work for that, and that's all on your phone.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to actually switch, because I used to work on my computer, but I've been on my iPhone working for years. I haven't really needed a computer too much, but now I'm just trying to transfer back to using a computer again. So hopefully that helps me. Yeah, exactly, right? So it separates the worlds. Hopefully I can get back to normal again, you know?
Okay, so I got one question for you. One last question.
Oh, man. Already? Only one last These conversations, man.
It just means we got to do a part 2.
I'm ready, baby. I'm ready, dog. Yeah.
What's one thing your fans don't know about you that you've been hiding?
Oh, man. Well, it was my daughter. Yeah. Oh, man. One thing that I've been hiding, people don't know about.
Hiding is not necessarily what I mean by that. It's not like you're trying to like. Oh,
yeah.
But it's just like, this is a part of you, and it's private.
I'm thinking now. I'm thinking. Because I'm a very vulnerable person. I've let out pretty much everything to the world. Let's see here. I'm really got to think, dog.
Could be a quirk too. Could be like, you know, you like go-karting. You said that earlier.
I do.
Do you like building Lego cities?
You know what? I don't have the patience for that no more. So.
Yeah.
No. Maybe I was younger. Okay. Dang. I don't know, you know? Like, I've really let myself out. I think my fans know, like, I'm a super freak. I don't think they don't know that. They know I'm a sports guy. Dang.
Okay, what's one thing you would say to them?
To my fans?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Talk to them.
Man.
What have you wanted to say to them that you
I've been wanting to say I'm sorry for so long, because I've been so disconnected from not just my fans but from myself. where I haven't let them in my life the way that I used to. A lot of my fans, they feel like they don't know this present Roy anymore based on the changes and the growth that I've went through. And I always just want to, like, on tour, I'm going to tell them how sorry I am and let them know and let them feel it, because they are some of the best people in this entire world to me. They mean so much to me, dog. It's not about them paying my bills. It's not about them, you know, giving me this or allowing me to have this lifestyle that I do, that I have. It's the love that they give me, dog. Like, they love everything that I do, the person that I am, more than I even loved myself. And I feel like there was a point in time I disappointed them because I wanted to quit, because I couldn't take none of this anymore. My management situation was going to shits. Right after the Three Amigos tour, I was supposed to drop another album. I didn't. And I feel like that slowed me down, because then COVID happened, and then I haven't been able to give them music because there was decisions that I could have made that wouldn't even happened. There would have been no break. But I didn't make this one decision just based on loyalty to the wrong person. And that cost me like 4 or 5 years of music for my fans, for the world, growth. Like, that took so much of my life, dog. And so much from my fans. Now when I speak to them, they tell me, like, they make me feel so old, because I'm like, like, bro, but listen to you. You haven't dropped an album since I was in high school or middle school, bro. I'm like 20 now. I'm like, what? It's been that long, bro? So it drives me crazy, man. Like, and I just want to tell them, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to go this long with the break. I literally only had intentions for a year, bro. Just to get myself right, just to get back, just take a break. My head was going crazy. Yeah. And then COVID, like, I had no choice. There's so many things. I have so many fans that are mad at me right now, you know, because there's so many things I feel like that are just not going the way that they would want it to. And it's just me getting back to, you know.
Being you.
Yeah. Even what makes me me. I lost that. I was on a lot of drugs. I was too many girls. I was always out. Or I was just locking myself in, never getting out. I was doing everything that was wrong for me because I just wanted to escape and not be Roy Woods anymore. Mm-hmm. I hated it. I fucking hated it. I wanted to be everything else but suicidal thoughts. Like, sometimes I still have them, because it's like climbing out of that after being one way for so long, and all these disappointments, trusting people, trusting the industry, just failure after failure, disappointment after disappointment, and all these people, it just drove me into depression. Like, yo, so what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? Why am I don't even want to do it anymore. The love is gone. And they tell you when you don't love it anymore, you got to switch careers, but that ain't so easy, dog. You know what I'm saying? That ain't easy. I can't just drop this now just because I don't love it anymore. Like, no, I still have requirements and stuff like that. Like, I still have stuff I need to do and albums I need to hand in, and people who are like, if I just stop making music right now, they'd be like, they be fucked up. Like, I have people who told me about actually rely on my music, bro. Like, it's saved some lives and it's helped some people. Even though they took their life, it helped them. It helped soothe them through whatever pain they were feeling. Yeah. And that's how that my music isn't just music where I'm just talking shit. No, my music resonates with people. Like, I talk about real stuff. So when you ask me that question, I'm like, damn, I don't know what to tell them that they don't know, because I kind of give them.
You're so vulnerable with them.
Yeah, I've given them all of me, and I always do. So yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry, y'all.
Honestly, Roy, listen, brother, I appreciate you being so forthcoming with a lot of this stuff, because a man in your position, in your industry, it's not always celebrated when they speak so openly about these things. Yeah. It's often criticized. Yeah, no. And one thing I do want to say before we end it off is, when you talk about your mom, there's a smile from ear to ear, and I love seeing that. Always. Smile every time. Man. So thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
You got fans in us. Thank you. And we're going to do this again.
Hey, I can't wait for the next time, man.
Round
For
2.
real, man. You guys keep it up, man. This has been a pleasure to talk to you guys,
I
man.
appreciate it,
Tour soon.
Oh yeah, man. Please,
soon.
yeah, pull up to the show, man.
Yeah.
Please, man. Please pull up to the show
Would
so you
love
guys
to.
can see what I'm really talking about.
You said the last
December
stop
13th.
was December 13th?
December 13th. So
Okay.
I'll try to put some tickets for you guys, man.
Oh, I
Make
appreciate
sure. I'm
that,
going to
brother.
come. I'll come.
I got you.
I haven't
Yeah.
been to many concerts.
Yeah?
To be honest, we had Mitchell Penny, and
Yeah.
that was like the first like concert I've been to, and it was a country
Yeah.
concert. It's not a
Oh
good
wow.
time.
Oh,
Like,
country concerts are fun.
I'm kind of
They're fun.
if you invite me somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, you're gonna have a good time.
I will pull up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
we'll pull
and that was
Yeah,
that
man.
was a very good concert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
be there.
Please do, man. There ain't nothing like a Roy Wood show. I can promise
Yeah?
you that, man. We go through the
All
bills.
right.
It's an R&B, rocks, hip hop show all in one, man.
All in one.
Yeah, it's a
Amazing.
party. So can't wait, man.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you,
Thank you so much,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.